I am so happy to finally have had the chance to see this movie after like 5 years of waiting. Into the Spider-Verse was one of my favorite movies just of all time and still is to this day, to be honest. Does it have a couple of flaws? Absolutely it does, but so do a lot of great movies, and to me, those flaws did not hinder the experience of Into the Spider-Verse whatsoever, and that stands true, at least in my opinion, with Across the Spider-Verse. Something I noticed in the first minute of this movie, and that stands true throughout the rest of this movie, is that the animation is incredible. It has gotten even better than the animation was in Into the Spider-Verse. In my opinion, it's actually better by quite a bit. And really, the whole opening part, which is with Gwen, by the way, just blew me away. I remember being in the middle of watching it and realizing that my jaw was literally dropped. I was watching this film like because I just couldn't believe what I was seeing. It was the most incredible animation I think I have ever seen in a movie. Every shot was colored differently and had this new type of meaning that what I was trying to extract from it, while also watching what was actually going on between these characters, and it was just like, oh my god. And I can't wait to see this film a second time just to see all of that again and live through that experience again and to watch other people live through that experience. One thing in this movie that I think will probably lose a few people is the family aspect. In this movie, you get a lot more of Miles's and also Gwen's family. And you just have to see a lot of scenes between them and their parents, and if you're not into that, you're going to struggle during those parts a little bit. And if you want to take a bathroom break at all, that's probably the time to do it. For me, I did not mind them at all. I actually loved all the family dynamics, and I really loved the relationships between Miles and his dad, and Miles and his mom, and then Gwen and her dad. You know, there were just so many great relationships between kids and their parents in this film. And as a kid still myself, technically, I was eating that up. Another issue I've heard a few people have with this movie is Gwen. They thought that Gwen was a weak character and they just didn't like her as a co-lead essentially in this film. I disagreed with that. I thought Gwen was great. I really like Haley Steinfeld as the voice actor, and I really don't see the problem people have with her. What I actually liked the least were the Easter eggs.
And stop Spider-Man! Wait, you?
I thought that there were some Easter eggs in this film that were just kind of goofy and not necessary whatsoever. I get that it's there to satisfy Spider-Man fans, and I'm not actually gonna let it take away from the rating I'm gonna give it, but some of them just didn't need to be there. Really, none of them needed to be there. I appreciated a few of them, but it did feel like a bit of overkill at the end. But back to the positives, the action in this film is incredible. Seriously, every single fight in this film would be the big climax fight to an animated franchise. Not just an animated movie, like an animated entire franchise. And there are many of these fights just in this one movie, and there's going to be even more of them, and they're probably going to be even better in the next one. Not to mention that I appreciate how they did a lot of saving people in this movie. In a lot of superhero movies, you see superheroes doing superhero things, but not actually saving people. They're just fighting bad guys and causing a bunch of cool destruction and explosions to appease to the general audiences in film. And this movie recognizes that, and they do have a lot of great action scenes that are cool and appease to general audiences, but they also make time for all these Spider-Men to go down and get people out of the way and save them and make sure that whatever happens causes as little casualties as possible. And alongside these incredible action scenes aren't licensed songs like there sometimes were in the last movie, Into the Spider-Verse, but instead it's pretty much all score with these action scenes. You don't have a lot of licensed music in this movie, and I really appreciate that because this score was incredible. There's also just one theme in the movie that I personally really connected to, and that is the fear of missing out and just FOMO in general. And I think most young people like myself are going to recognize this FOMO as a great theme to really latch onto, where you feel what Miles is going through. And I just appreciate that. I appreciate that they're using a theme that really every teenager has gone through. No matter who you are and where you live, everyone's gone through it. And also, just because this film was so incredible, I did not want it to end whatsoever. When I felt like it was coming to a close, in my head I was saying, no, 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 please, please, please give me more. And it felt like that they answered, because around when I thought it was going to end, they actually had another 15 minutes of the film or so. And then where it actually ended, just wow. So with all that being said, I have to give this movie the first ever 5-star rating I'm giving on this channel. This is definitely a 5-star movie. It is a masterpiece in my opinion. Sure, it's flawed, but this is high art. But a movie actually kind of made for kids. And if all of that is not enough to make you want to see this movie, hold on. This movie also gives an entire poster to people that go to see it in Dolby or IMAX during the first weekend. AMC, if you Google it, they have a list of all the participating movie theaters. So go to one of those theaters if it is in your area and you can get this poster. And like, look at it. It's a fantastic poster. Literally, posters like these already cost $15, which is typically the price of a premium screen movie ticket. So why are you not already getting your ticket right now to go and see this masterpiece? And how about you guys? Have you seen Spider-Verse yet? What did you think, and did you get the poster? Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and if you would like to watch another video, feel free to check out this review of The Boogeyman right now. Take care.